everyone, welcome to the session. Today's session is on school management and administration. The objectives of today's lesson are to understand the terms administration and management, to learn about the functions of school administration, to know about school timetable, to discuss the relation between parents and teachers, and to know about staff meeting. School education is the main instrument for dissemination of knowledge, nation building and development of human resources for a competitive economy. School education is a foundation stone for acquiring necessary knowledge and skill, nurturing inner potential and fullest development of personality of every child. Every school needs to have systems that help create conditions for staff and students to work together. School systems provide and effectively communicate the ground rules for everyone. They ensure a measure of consistency is approach and action across the school. School administration, which is a part of our today's discussion, is a value-driven area depending on the emotions, culture and human values as well as techniques and structures. Schools are value-driven organizations that aim to train the young so as to perform social responsibility in society. So, schools are not only charged with legal and professional duties, but they also respond to social expectations. So, what is school management? Let's look at the term management. Management is a term that defines a social process which is designed to ensure cooperation, participation, intervention and involvement of others in the effective achievement of a given goal or objective. It is an integrating process by which authorized individuals create, maintain and operate an organization in selecting and accomplishing its aims. Management is the coordination of all resources of an organization through the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling in order to attain its objectives. Management involves the ability to manage, forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. It is the art and science of decision making and leadership. In other words, it is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, directing, controlling and evaluating to accomplish the predetermined objectives of an institution through the coordinated uses of human and material resources. There has been growing realization that the full benefit of increased investment in the expansion of services and improvement of quality in education cannot be realized without the effective management and delivery system. The next term is administration. The word administration means to handle, direct, economically guide and lead. Administration is a process of systematically arranging and coordinating the human and material resources available for achieving goals of the organization. Administration is the arrangements and tasks needed to control the operation of a plan. Administration occurs in every organization. The basic aim of administration is the need to get things done for defined objectives to be accomplished. When applied to school system, this process is referred to as educational administration or school administration. Hence, educational administration is the process of bringing men and materials together for effective and functional teaching and learning in the school. The focus of educational administration is the enhancement of teaching and learning. We can define educational administration as a process through which the school administrators arrange and coordinate the resources available to education for the purpose of achieving the goals of the educational system. The school administration is different from that of other enterprises due to its goal. However, Like any other organization, the school needs means to run efficiently. These means are mainly human, material, financial, legal, and technical. The functions of the school administration department include employment and administrative appointments, day-to-day operational issues of school, the evaluation, identification, recruitment and professional development of current and aspiring school administrators, community-based educational support, and safe school. Running or functioning of a school is the job of the head of the institution. This does not mean that only the head and nobody else is responsible for the administration. In fact, administration is a job of many minds and many heads. The head of the institution is the leader who is to make all others follow him. The principal of a school is the one who leads and manages all the activities carried out in a school for providing quality education to each and every student. The scope of school management is very wide. It includes a study of educational planning at macro level, its goals, principles, approaches and procedures at the micro level, institutional planning and administration. It helps in decision making and solving problems, communication and managing information, and building effective teams. It provides human equipment, that is supervisor, teacher, non-teaching staff, office workers, and provide material equipment like building, furniture, labs, library, museum, etc. It also involves planning, preparing timetable and co-curricular activities, motivating staff and students, conducting staff meetings and handling conflicts, developing healthy school climate, organizing counseling and guidance, organizing health and physical education, exhibitions and fairs, and also maintenance of school records, evaluating students' achievements, financing, budgeting, and community service. Now we will see the various functions of educational management. Let's have a look at the screen. Educational management has the following functions: forecasting, decision making, planning, organization, motivation, control, cooperation, evaluation, recording and reporting, and supervision. Now we will briefly discuss what these terms stand for. First is forecasting. Forecasting is a systematic assessment of future conditions by collecting all sorts of information about the present position of the system. Next is decision making. Decision making is a key factor in educational management. Having considered various alternative and consequence of each course of action, a suitable course of action must be determined. Next is planning. The plan should be flexible. The very existence of variables and uncertainties make decision making and planning a necessity. There should be enough scope of change to cater to unforeseen situations. Next is organization. It is the combination of necessary human effort, material equipments in systematic and effective correlation to accomplish the desired results. Under educational administration, we organize ideas and principles into school system, curricular and co-curricular activities, time schedule, norms of achievement, etc. Human beings into schools, classes, committees, groups, school staff, the inspecting staff. Materials into buildings, furniture and equipment, libraries, laboratories, workshop, museum and art galleries. Next is motivation. The term motivation aims to make the man to be cheerfully willing to do the job. Face-to-face communication is quite useful if members of the organization are to be motivated to do their best. Next is control. Effective control is an important element in educational administration. The administrator must constantly check on his or her own performance vis-à-vis the standards laid down. He or she needs to take corrective action to the physical environment of work, motivation and addition of materials and methods or abilities, and motivation review of the personnel in terms of their spirits. Next is cooperation. Cooperation is required of all the elements like among the people, material and ideas, knowledge and principles, and so to interweave them as to achieve a common objective. The administration should look into the relations among people, allocation of tasks and division of labor. Next is evaluation. Evaluation is a good way to find out the success or failure. Good measures are required to find out the reasons why it failed or succeeded. Which steps in the process were most successful? What should have been done to improve the action? And what to do differently at the next trial. Next is recording and reporting. Recording and reporting are essential elements of educational management which is answerable to parents, higher authorities, society, etc. Next comes supervision. The purpose of supervision is to bring about a continuous improvement in the instructional program. Management decides and orders execution, while supervision helps to decide and assist in improving instruction. Next, we will see why administration and management are sometimes used synonymously. Administration is a component part of management. Administration is widely applied in associations and government services and non-profit organizations. Management is usually applied when considering the executive functions and the expertise in government and civil service. But management encompasses much more than administration. It involves the work of analyzing and preparing complex policy documents for decision by political decision makers. Management is basically concerned with the formation of plans, programs and policies, while administration is principally responsible for the execution or implementation of these plans. Administrators are concerned with implementations while management is involved with formulating program. Administration, like management, also involves such elements as planning, organizing, programming, staffing, budgeting, coordinating, reporting, and evaluating, but on a smaller scale than management. Management includes all those in charge of the direction of the work of others, those who will see to it that the parts so arranged and structured are used in service to the best advantage. Administration is also an integral part of an organization. Here, it is characterized as a service, an activity or a tool through which the fundamental objectives of the process may be more fully and efficiently realized. The next important aspect of school management and administration is timetable. School timetable is extremely important for a variety of reasons. A well-constructed timetable establishes a natural rhythm and routine, which can be comforting to teachers and students. The timetable allows students to know exactly when a specific subject is scheduled. It sets into motion its various activities and programs. It shows the hours of schoolwork, kind of work or subjects, what work is to be done during each period of the school day and in each class, the teacher to be in charge of that work, the rooms being used in a certain period, the teachers at work, time of morning assembly, time of co-curricular activities and time of interval. Timetable is a mirror that reflects the entire educational program followed in a school. The timetable develops the framework within which the work of the school proceeds. Now let's have a look at the screen to see timetable more details. Timetable is a chart which indicates working hours of a school, time of beginning and ending of each day along with time of recess, time of beginning and ending of each class period, activities period, etc., subjects and activities offered, names of the subjects taught at specific time, name of teacher in charge of each class and activities, venue of each class, days on which the school works, length of a period, time, length and number of intermissions, time for morning assembly, attendance and co-curricular activities. Timetable ensures smooth and efficient functioning of the school. It eliminates wastage of time and energy. It brings into school life. Timetable informs the students, teachers as well as pupils well in advance about each activity. It helps teacher to make advanced preparation for teaching learning process and classroom's physical organization. It ensures that due importance and attention is given to each academic subject along with activities. It prevents duplication of efforts. Timetable also enables allotment of teaching periods in accordance with the rules, difficulty level of a subject, importance of subject and the amount of content to be included in each. Timetable ensures equal distribution of teaching and other work to all teachers, keeping in mind the teacher's qualification, knowledge and specialization, thus preventing teacher to be overloaded or underloaded. Now we will see how timetable helps in eliminating wastage of time and energy. Planned programs eliminate wastage of time and energy, and it also true in the case of a school timetable. The work is almost equally distributed among the members of the staff. It directs the teachers and students' energy and attention to one thing at a time by placing right people at the right place at the proper time. It ensures due attention to every subject or activity. While framing the timetable, adequate attention is given to every subject. Periods are allotted to different subjects according to their importance and their nature. It develops moral values. Timetable helps to develop qualities like punctuality and regularity both in the teachers and the students by placing before them a set program of activities. Timetable brings system in the school life. It helps in maintaining discipline. In the absence of any timetable, there will be chaos and confusion in the school. It ensures regular and even progress. Regular and even progress is ensured because timetable prevents laxity and shortages. It adds psychological value. It has got a psychological value leading to the removal of fatigue which may occur due to prolonged hours of teaching and learning. Timetable ensures equal distribution of time to different subjects and activities. Timetable helps in avoiding the allotment of too much or too less work to any teacher. It develops good habits. It helps in developing regular habits of work. Advanced planning by the teachers and students. Timetable helps in chalking out plans in a systematic manner. Form of a timetable. The form of a timetable depends upon the nature of activities carried in a school. Now let's see the most common types of timetable. Consolidated timetable, class-wise timetable, individual teachers timetable, games timetable, vacant period timetable and co-curricular activities timetable. One copy of the timetable is kept in the classroom concerned. A copy of the teacher's timetable can be put in the staff room. One copy of each timetable is kept in the head office so that the teacher may know at a glance what a particular class or teacher is doing at a given time. Certain principles are to be followed while preparing the timetable. Let's have a look at the aspects needed for this. First is type of school, departmental regulation, amount of time available, relative importance and difficulty level of each subject, principle of variety, free periods for teachers, providing the most appropriate work for the teachers, principle of play and recreation, principle of maximum utilization of staff, equipments and building, principle of coordinated efforts, and variation to suit local conditions. In this section, we will discuss the interaction between parents and teachers. Education is a joint responsibility of parents, teachers, and society. The close association between parents and teachers is towards the welfare of the students in particular and for the community in general, and to make school program more effective. The school cannot successfully discharge all responsibilities without the cooperation of home. The child spends a major part of the day in the family, and their influence plays a very important role in the development of habits, attitude and behavior of the pupil. In meeting and talking with the parents, the teacher may learn many things that will help them to understand where the pupil is coming from. It will also help the teacher to know more about the students' habits, tastes, interests, attitudes and aptitudes. There should be cooperative and close relationship between the school and the home, if both are to be given their best to the development of the pupil. The meetings can be arranged according to the convenience of the school and the parents. Though it is desirable to invite all the parents at a time, but if a school has a large number of students and cannot accommodate all the parents at one meeting, it may call the parents class-wise. For promoting better acquaintance between teacher and parents, school visits can be conducted by the parents. During school visits, parents get some understanding of the school and the teachers. Teachers need to have contact with the parents of the students of their school. As a result, they can create a better understanding and can create situation for discussion on matters affecting the student. The parents should feel themselves as an integral part of the school and enjoy while working with teachers and school authorities. A close association between parents and teachers attempt to encourage community involvement in school. It creates a common platform on which parents and teachers can share their views. It helps to promote quality education and upgrading facilities and educational activities, and also solve problems by communicating with the stakeholders. In a staff meeting, a well thought out agenda is circulated in advance so as to enable teachers to come prepared for the various subjects of the agenda. The objectives are clear and easy to understand. The tasks of meeting are conducted in an organized and systematic manner. A comfortable, congenial, relaxed atmosphere is maintained, and also a spirit of cooperation, goodwill and tolerance. Constructive criticism and discussions involving all participants are made without personal attacks, unnecessary arguments and destructive comments. If there is disagreement, conflict or criticism, it should be handled constructively. In a staff meeting, decisions are made in democratic manner with mutual respect for each other. What are the reasons for holding staff meeting? Staff meetings are conducted to give and gather information, to solve problems, for decision making, persuading others to take a course of action, developing team spirit and a spirit of cooperation, reviewing performance of students, teachers and the institution, handling grievances of staff, students and parents, assigning academic, administrative and co-curricular tasks to staff members in accordance with their interest, abilities and aptitudes. Staff meetings are conducted for planning new activities, projects and experiments, formulating policies jointly and democratically, to ensure that staff is growing professionally, and for identifying future programs and course of action for improvement. The types of staff meeting are formal meetings, informal meetings, planned informal meetings and emergency meetings. A staff meeting is usually conducted in 3 stages. First, preparation and planning. Here, purpose of meeting to be stated clearly with clear outline regarding the areas and issues to be discussed. Making arrangements for recording of the proceedings of meeting and noting down the minutes of the meeting. Fixing and notifying the time and venue of meeting. Next is actual meeting. Systematic attainment of the meetings, purposes outlining the subjects, encouraging decisions, follow-up key thought and summarizing and checking. Next is post-meeting activities. Ascertain whether the predetermined goals of meeting were attained and to what extent, if not, then why. Now let's have a quick summary of our today's discussion. In this session, we discussed the terms administration and management. We learnt about the function of school administration, timetable of a school, and we discussed the relation between parents and teachers and what is a staff meeting. In the next session, we will discuss the role of the head of school administrator in details. Thank you.